Many agents in this industry perform what I call the 3 P's of marketing when they list a property. The 3 P's are put it in the MLS, put a sign in the ground, and pray. Well, now we wonder why our profession is so undervalued. And if it's that easy, ask yourself, why do people need us? True professionals know there is more to it, and it starts with an understanding of the 5 P's of marketing: product, price, promotion, place, and people. In order to effectively market a property for your clients, we need an understanding of the difference between putting the property on the internet for all the world to see versus inspiring the right people to take action. The first P, product. The product is obviously the property you have to sell. For example, it may have 3 bedrooms, 2.5 baths, granite countertops, and be well landscaped, and perhaps might even be in a desirable neighborhood. But no one should pay you top dollar just to put this information out there on the interwebs, right? After all, that's not very exciting in and of itself. It begs the question, what do people buy first, a house or a community? Most people determine the community they want and then search for a house. Why? Because people want a particular lifestyle. The problem is we don't list communities or lifestyles, do we? Therefore, in order to influence the right audience, we need to help the right people find what they are looking for. The second P is price. Now, this should be easy for most real estate practitioners. We leverage all sorts of methods to determine what the market might be willing to pay for a property. But even a price by itself is not sufficient effort. In contrast, a pricing strategy is an opportunity to stimulate the potential buyer pool. I think many would agree that starting low might stimulate multiple offers. Starting high might be an attempt to push the market, and mistakenly pricing it way too high might stimulate others to buy the competing house up the street instead of the one you are marketing. The third P is promotion. Now, we are starting to get into the fun part, right? Promotion is another word for merchandising. Specifically, putting the property in its best position on the shelf, so to speak, so that it gets noticed, valued, and stimulates a need to schedule an appointment. An example would be making this property stand out online. After all, curb appeal today begins online, right? What would it take to make this property pop so that someone would want to immediately get in their car to experience the curb appeal for real? First, start with professional staging, lighting, photography, along with words that help tell a story. Second, bring the property to life with videography and perhaps narration. Next, introduce the buyer to the community and the vibe. And lastly, it might behoove you to set a pre-planned price adjustment to leverage as necessary to help stimulate demand in a softer market. The fourth P is place. Where are you going to deliver your message, such as print, digital, or social? Basically, how will people learn of this new opportunity? Obviously, the most common place to promote your new listing is online. We all know that as soon as we post the property in the MLS, it will soon show up on 900 websites or so around the globe. However, that by itself is not sufficient. Why? Because nearly 99% of the population isn't looking for housing online day in and day out. So you might be thinking, so what? Well, do you believe that there are people who might jump at an opportunity if it presented itself? That's how marketing works. Marketing professionals know that people can be influenced to buy things just because they were ready, willing, and able, but needed something to stimulate them to action. As consumers ourselves, we are influenced every day by advertisements. Marketing homes is no different. People don't have to be actively looking to be in the market, and I would argue that these people are your best customers. The buyers you are running around with might very well be losers. They've seen 20 properties and made 10 offers and still haven't secured a home. Why? Because someone else who discovered the opportunity was more motivated. So who are these opportunists? Who are you going to deliver the message to? This brings us to the fifth P of marketing: people. Who are you trying to influence? Other realtors, neighbors, specific lifestyle profiles such as first-time home buyers, empty nesters, luxury, people in certain geographies, etc. For example, you might be looking to reach people in a certain community that might be interested in the better school district nearby, or people that love their school district but might have outgrown their current home and might be interested in discovering that there are larger homes being built in a new subdivision nearby. Perhaps it's marketing to people in specific towns who appear to be drawn to a certain lakeside or resort community. To be effective, you need to have some understanding of what group of people would most likely find your listing interesting. Bottom line, these are all important elements to help your clients understand the value of properly marketing their property and selecting you who prepared the custom designed approach for their property given the current market conditions, their motivations, and timing. This will go a long way towards demonstrating value to your clients, your company, and ultimately it lends credence to our industry. Be better, be confident, be different. People will notice. Create the experience your clients will love to talk about.